We want to x-ray this particular topic: why prospects avoid sales conversation. Let me welcome you for making efforts to be here. One of the biggest problem of network marketer, a lot of people used to think many people are not doing presentation enough. I don't know whether you have, whether this story I want to share or this experience I want to share, whether it resonates with you. Many people used to think that the people who are involved in network marketing are not making enough presentation. That's not true. That's not true. They are making a lot of effort to speak to people. But guess what the problem is? None of the people they intend to speak to are giving them attention to listen to them. So a lot of our partners in this business can't find people to listen to them. That's the biggest problem. If you find people to listen to you, you will make as many presentations as possible because you actually have the news, you have the information, you have the data, you have the news, the story that they need. But the truth is, they are not ready to listen. Why are they not ready to listen? Why are prospects avoiding a presentation? When you make attempt to present to people, here's something that comes to their mind. The moment you just try to book an appointment with anybody, see, this is what it is. People feel that, prospects feel that it will waste their valuable television watching time. When you a sales, people avoid sales presentation for these reasons. Some feel it might be something they are not interested in. It, just, just for that reason, they don't want to listen. They find it difficult to give you their time. Some will say, some don't want to change. They are just okay with where they are in their little world. They are comfortable. So they don't want something because they don't really know what you are coming with, whether it is going to complicate their life. There's a language in the common language out there that people say, this one is still okay. You understand? Before you come complicate them. So this is the reason why many people avoid sales presentation. Like I said, it's not like partners are not willing to present, but nobody wants to listen for these reasons. They would rather spend their time with their families than attending one sales presentation. It's one of the reasons. It's not like we don't make enough invitation for people to come here. Guess why they will not come here? These are the reasons. And they don't want to spend money because they will speculate that what you are bringing, this is what is going on in their head. What you are bringing is something that is coming to take their money away. They are not comfortable with that. This is one of the challenges that confront prospects that makes them to avoid sales presentation. Some of them are busy and don't want to add more things to their chaotic lives. A lot of the prospects have a lot of things going, chaos in their life that is going on. So when you book an appointment with them, it's like you want to add another pile to the problems, teaming problems that is besieging them. Here's what goes in their head when you try to book appointment with a prospect. The moment you raise it that there is one opportunity I want to show you. This is what goes on in their head. You are trying to sell them something. They believe you are coming to sell them something. They go defensive. I don't want to go to an opportunity meeting. It will be a waste of my time. Yes, this is what's going. You are trying to get your high pressure sponsor to sell me something. For instance, if you invite somebody now to come here, they will say, he has positioned an expert that will lure me into something I don't want to do. So they will not want to come. These are the conversation, internal dialogue that is going on in our prospect head. I am safe if I don't go on that conference call or Zoom meeting. They will convince me to join some scheme. I don't want to spend money on anything. You will embarrass me if I decide not to buy your product or join your business. This is one of the things that some of them, if I go now, I can't say I'm not interested. They will embarrass me, I am not interested. You will continue to follow me up and harass me until I'm disgusted. This is what comes to prospect head when you want to book a meeting with them. Now, here's what to do. How to make a prospect anxious to hear our presentation. You see, the truth is this: all these reasons are very valid, but there is something that can still make a prospect to be anxious. I didn't know until I decided I get this information a couple of weeks back, and I begin to explore it, and magically it works. It works that I book 10 appointments and get that presentation, 10 presentation. Before, when you book 10 appointments and you have 5 presentations, you will say, ah, wow. This time around, you can book 10 appointments and have 10 presentations. We can make a prospect anxious to listen to us by using only 22 words in 2 sentences. And I can give a complete presentation, just that it will take 1 minute. When can you set aside 1 minute? Imagine you call somebody and you tell him that I want to show you something. He say, what is it? Say, yeah, if you can dedicate 1 minute, I will show you. 1 minute. The person will listen. And this is the reason why people listen. Because many years ago, when there were no entertainment sources, this time around, you have numerous sources of entertainment. There are many diverse ways through which you can get yourself entertained these days, unlike many years back. You can go on YouTube, you can be on social media for a whole day, you can be on TikTok. And before you know, the whole day is gone. Unlike 1970, 1980, you don't have many sources of distraction. So you can listen to 45 minutes sales presentation. You can listen to 2 hours sales presentation then. But now, you cannot. So whatever you want to listen to now, as much as you are desirous of extra income, extra opportunity, you are still very skeptical whether what you want to listen to will be a waste of your time. So if you find somebody who can tell you the whole thing in 22 words, who can tell you that thing in 1 minute, you will want to listen. And the problem is this: how do you make people, first of all, you have to make people want to listen to you before you can even tell them anything. How do you make people want to listen to you? If you use these magic words in 22 minutes, they will listen. If you tell somebody that what I want to tell you will take 1 minute, I will explain to you in 1 minute. That is what is in that 22 words. Look at it. We can make a prospect anxious to listen to us by using only 22 words in 2 sentences. I think I can give you a complete presentation, just that it will take 1 minute. When can you set aside 1 minute? The person will say, when can I set aside 1 minute? 1 minute, I'm done. Resisting you alone can take more than 1 minute. Listening to you 1 minute and resisting you for 2 minutes, which one is better? Listen to you for 1 minute. You see, this is the reason why that approach works. You know, I never knew it is possible until I practiced it. And that's why I said I want to share it, tactically, for people who are struggling in our business and for people who have made a lot of efforts to make progress, and they can't make progress. And sometimes people think they are not trying enough. No, they are doing things that are past. Especially those of us who celebrate information. Many of us who are very knowledgeable, especially those of us who are mathematician or science oriented, we deal with data a lot. We want to download data and make prospect to know the reasons why behind a certain decision they have to take. Unfortunately, those information don't move people to action. And why will these 2 magic words work? That I will just take 1 minute of your time. The prospect will think immediately, let me get it over. Tell me now so that I don't have to go to opportunity meeting. If somebody, have you not invited somebody to Zoom meeting and say, what is it that they would say? Just tell me that thing now. I have wasted a lot of prospects through this medium. By telling them, just come to the meeting will explain them later. Instead of me to help them save their time and tell them the whole business presentation in 1 minute. Not until I practice this thing, I didn't know that we can actually present our business in 1 minute. You will be shocked. So I've wasted a lot of time. And some of them will be thinking that in case it is a ridiculous thing, since I can get the full story in 1 minute, it will not be a waste of time. Let's assume it is what I don't like. Wasting 1 minute on it will not be a waste of my time. They will be eager. The moment you say, it will take 1 minute. Honestly, they'll be all the people have used it on work effectively, and a whole lot of it resulted into sales. Some it helped save my time and save their time, because in case it is like I said, they can get it over in 1 minute so that they have nothing to lose. Since it is 1 minute, I can keep my sales assistant up for a whole minute. I will be safe. So, like I said earlier, if the person will say, give me the presentation now, because I don't want you to call me back later asking me for appointment. So tell me now. If you use this approach, you will get booking most of the time. The person will say, okay, tell me now. If you say no, it just take 1 minute to show you. It will take me more than a minute to talk him out of giving me the presentation. So imagine somebody want to stop you from giving him presentation. It will take him 2 minutes to convince you. Why didn't him just give you 1 minute for you to make your presentation? You see the reason why they always listen to you. 1 minute is much better than wasting an entire evening at an opportunity meeting or losing or long conference call. And no one has time for long stories anymore, because the reason is that time has changed. So whatever you want to do, if you cannot get it done in 1 minute, and now let's go to how can we get our business presentation done in 1 minute. How to give entire presentation of RAIN business in 1 minute. It is not a teaser. It is not a short commercial. It is not something to get an appointment. It is 1 minute presentation, a complete entire beginning to end total presentation with all the facts for the prospect to know, to make intelligent, yeah. Whether I would like to join, no, I don't want to join, or I have one or two. So all these things can be done in 1 minute. And you will be surprised that we have wasted a lot of prospects through our long stories. Now, how do we do it in 1 minute? First of all, our prospect basic question. This is all prospect want to know. And these are the 3 questions prospect is asking in his mind. Unfortunately, many of us will go about different data. It does not concern them. The prospect want to know the kind of business you are in. Imagine they say, what kind of business you are in? You say, I'm in a health and wellness business. It makes no sense to the prospect. What? I am a financial advisor. I help young entrepreneurs to build their business. All these things make no sense to prospect. You are still not told the prospect what type of business are you into. And this is a question. You know why there are a lot of people out there that are looking for extra income? We make it complicated for them by not telling them what exactly is their problem. The basic questions that our response will answer in their mind. First, what type of business you are in. The moment you can clarify that, the next thing that goes in their mind is that how much can they make in it. So the next thing is exactly what do I have to do, either daily or weekly or monthly, to make this money. This is just all the 3 questions that your presentation will answer. Lo and behold, we can answer these questions in 1 minute presentation. And from now on, if you master this strategy, you will never run out of people appointment. You will never run out of presentation. As we go, you will see that there are things that we put in this business that prospects don't need. First basic question to be answered in 20 seconds about our company. For instance, you can say this in 20 seconds. You can put it in your own way in 20 seconds. This in 20 seconds, you can answer this. You can say all this in 20 seconds. Look at it now. If you just say our company is a seed nutrition company, you have still not solved their problem. If you say this is a seed nutrition company called RAIN International, yes, that is, they produce seed-based products, one of which is RAIN Soul, that can help boost your immunity, improve your health, and solve multiple health problems and make you feel younger. This is a basic information. that the product were harvested from Red Sea. This you can get the seeds from Benue State. You can get it from this. All these are trivial information that the prospect doesn't need. You don't need when the company was formed, the owner of the name of the MD. If you ask so many of our people who are in this business, the name of the Byron, they don't know him. Even now that another person has taken over as the chairman, we don't know it, the name of that person. It's not our business. So why do we dwell on that minor? What they need, what nature of business is that? This one will answer. You can say this thing in 10 seconds or 20 seconds. What can you say in the next 10 seconds? The next thing you can say in the next 10 seconds is you can make additional so amount of money depending on your own thinking and the prospect thinking, depending on where you are and where the prospect are, depending on you understand? Because based on what I have done and what I have made, it is easy for me to say this. Making this extra monthly, and what can you do? This answer the second question, which is 10 seconds. You can do an additional 500k monthly. The next question that is going through the process mind that you must answer in this 1 minute presentation is, of course, you can put your own way. You can continue to recommend and promote what you like about the product on your WhatsApp messages and status, Facebook stories, and word of mouth to your close contacts. In a couple of weeks, you will have created awareness that will attract partners and customers that will generate a minimum of 500k commission for you monthly. You can say that is just it. You can close it by what? That is just it. You can close it by saying the rest is up to you. You can close it by saying, what do you think? You, by doing you have said everything for the prospect to say, I'm interested. I need 1 or 2 questions to ask. His questions can bring other details and this and that. But this is just exactly what you need to go and work on. That in 1 minute, you can tell somebody the nature of the business, what he can gain in 1 month, and what to do. And when this was done, I was surprised that we're able to make a lot of difference. We save people time, we save our time. Because it's our responsibility to give the prospect facts and not stories. You know one funny thing? Prospect believe you when you say less. I never knew that most of those long presentations that the prospects see it as hyping. They know that anything you can say in 1 minute is the truth. They believe that because facts does not take more than 1 minute. So when you say it in 1 minute, they know that is the fact. Now, when you say it for 45 minutes, they believe that is hyping. That's why they don't like to come to sales meeting and presentation, because they know that people hype a lot, and this is the truth. Now, if you meet your friend, whether over a coffee, over anything, and you say, I would like to show you something, I say, what is it? Or I would like to show you an opportunity, and the person say, what is it? And you say, do you have 1 minute to listen? Now, when you can give this short message, and the person's response is, I'm not interested, that is it. Because with that, he's still your friend. You didn't waste his time. Yes. None of your time was wasted. That is it. The next conversation will come from him or her asking you questions or clarifications. How does it work? Or you understand, how does it work? What am I supposed to do to get started? The entry level, the amount you need to start. If you didn't get there, meaning he's not interested. So the moment somebody give you 1 minute, you should be able to run it and run the presentation full, just like we have